Good day, this is Vedic Astrology bringing you another week of Patra and Tarot reading. This week we are dealing with September 9th to the 15th. As always, I invite you to join me for a brighter day with Vedic Astrology to guide you over the sea of life. My website at zedamastrology.com offers you a wide range of services. I ask that you visit, share, subscribe, sign up for your Patra readings, your tarot spreads, your runes, chakras and crystals, which are all incorporated in your reports. We take a view now of the transit of grahas, or the movement of planets in the sky, for the period September 9th to the 15th. And what we see is Sun and Ascendant in Leo in Purva Palguni, because Ascendant is here 24 Leo, which is Purva Palguni part of 4, I believe. And with Sun in Leo, you have a sense of self, you have a sense of your conviction, and if it is that you are a Sun or a Leo rising ascendant, then this is how you will feel. You'll feel you can do anything this week, that everything is there for you just to take and mold into what you want. If the Sun is the 12th house in Leo for you, then that means that there might be some extra expenditure, some loss of expenditure, some loss of relationship or networking. Sun in your house or your bhava is very important. So Leo needs to be clarified for you as to why Sun will do what it is doing this week for you. We have Mars, Mercury and Moon forming a stellium in Virgo. And remember, Mercury here is in his own home. And Mercury is in Hasta Nakshatra, Pada 3 and 4 for the week beginning 9th to the 13th. So that what you will have here is, you might be, through your speech, you might be trying to seek pleasures or gain some kind of momentum in terms of recognition. But what you really want to do is really reflect on what you want in life and what you have and why you need or don't need anymore. Hasta is the golden handed nakshatra, and it's it gives you a high mental faculty and the stimulation to do work. You have an awareness of your ability so that you may want to use it. And with Sun right here also, we need to just be careful of how we use this mental faculty, this ability we have in this week. And at the end of the day, as I always draw your attention to the planets that are not really moving, because they haven't moved in a while and they will not move in a while. But these are the planets that really impact you because they stay long on the nakshatra, and their energies, whether it's malefic or benefic, will affect you for a longer period of time. So that you need to just get ahead of yourself, request your report, and understand what these planets are doing for you for this week especially. Right now we come to the selection of the tarot spread, and I'm starting off with the selection of the element that will be surrounding us this week for September 9th to the 15th. And let us see what is the energy. And the energy appears to be fire, action. Well, Sun is still in Leo as we just went through, and Mars was there with Mercury and Moon in Virgo. So what fire would be enabling us or supporting us this week? We'll find out. The next selection for the tarot spread for the week would be the graha, or the planet, and that planet is Jupiter. And Jupiter was and still is in Aquarius in Dhanishta Nakshatra. So probably we'll have to take a closer look at that when we go through our analysis. And this is the bhava or the house that we are going to select now, and that bhava is the third bhava. The bhava of courage, the bhava of siblings. Interesting. So things have been changing up. Probably we have gotten through from the bow and arrow reflection of Saturn, Jupiter, and the other retrograde planets, and that it is now, heading for us to do new things or have new beginnings in this week. And let us see if that will happen. Let us choose our chakra wisdom card now and see what is coming out for us. And that card is going to be, let's see, oh my, dissipating. Interesting. Dissipating. Are you doing what you think, or do people think they know you? Are you what you progress in life, or are you what you show people? Do you want to do something that you are thinking about that you are not doing? Dissipating seems to be a lot of thoughts, mental faculty, and probably Mercury, as we just went through, who's in his own home in Virgo, may have a lot to do with this week's reading. So when we come back or go through our analysis for the tarot spread, we will have to look at Sun, Mars, and Mercury. And the deity for this week is Matsya, which is aligned to Ketu. So Ketu is there in the house of secrets and occult and in-laws and lotteries and transformation, the natural 8th house in the Kala Purush. But let us see what Matsya is going to give us through his energies and understand what we have to do this week by this deity visiting us and coming through in our reading for September 9th to the 15th. This week I think I will just take a traditional view this week and go with a Celtic Cross tarot spread, because I really haven't done that for you already. And as I said, my go-to card is the Tetractys, but at this point in time I want to do the Celtic Cross for you. And the first card that we had there was the Wheel of Fortune. Crossing that was the Ace of Air. Then we had the Ace of Water. Now we have Strength. The next card will be the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. The next card is the Two of Air. Two of Air. And these, we seem to have a sword and water configuration here. Again, we have the 8 of water. Interesting. The 9 of air. 7 of water. Interesting. My. And the final card for this spread is the Star. Wow. So, air and water, swords and cups seems to be the theme this week. Let us analyze and see where it takes us. The card sitting in the present position is the Wheel of Fortune, and the present position deals with you and where you are now and what you are doing. And you are there surrounded by the 4 fixed signs in this card, which is Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And these are air, earth, fire, and water signs. And these signs are fixed. So it says something is stable in your life right now. You have done things to make your life stable and gain, that kind of focus and foundation that you really want. It also tells us that it is a time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward. So is it that something has been languishing for you in terms of your domestic life or your professional life? You might find a sudden movement forward because fortune is on your side. So this is what the Wheel of Fortune is telling you. That there is the completion of something in your life, and it is going to be a wise decision, because Jupiter is the graha of this card, and the element is fire. And remember, we had fire as the element coming through in terms of this week's reading. So at the end of the day, you are in a good place. This week, you are in a good place. Of Swords sits in the position of challenges, conflicts, potential, areas that may create obstacles for you this week. And what is helping you, or what is holding you back? The Ace of Air tells you that these are new beginnings, brilliant new ideas and inspirations come to you. The challenge is that you are seeing the truth of the situation and understanding that you may or may not have the potential to deal with it yourself. At the end of the day, you may need assistance, you may need help, but it is new opportunities. It is where discipline and innovation is required. Strength is required to deal with this, because it's going to take up a lot of your mental energy this week. And remember, Moon is sitting with Mars and Mercury in Virgo. So that mental agility and that mental faculty that is coming through Mercury from the Hasta Nakshatra needs to be utilized here, so that you can have that dexterity through your mental thoughts and mental capability to accept these new ideas and inspirations and to see the new beginning. That clarity is required from you this week, so that you can overcome these challenges that may come to you for the week of September. The Ace of Cups tells us what we truly desire for this week. And that is the recent past, and it is the reasons and the cause for our present situation. We really want love in our life. We want to grow spiritually with God, but we also want love in our life. We want that relationship. We are optimistic that Venus will help us through and give us the luxuries and the love from someone that we care about. It is a new home probably that we want to have also, that we need to be moving overseas, abroad. We might be immigrating, you don't know. At the end of the day, let us understand that our true desire is what has brought us here today, with the Wheel of Fortune sitting with us, so that the Wheel of Fortune can spin either left or right, negative or positive. And how do we want this relationship to spin for us for this week? That was the reason why, and this is the cause. Are we going to continue to think about it? Are we going to continue for it to let it be part of our foundational entity and to moving forward? How is it going to support us? Our mental acuity again comes into play here in terms of emotions, our mind, our heart. How do we feel about it? And again, strength is coming up because we have pulled that card, strength. So strength is there for us, and let us see what it says. Strength is telling us that somewhere in the distant past, we have to prove that we gave forgiveness and compassion. In that way, that our inner strength is going to come out, where we release harsh judgments on people. So probably somebody did you wrong, or your spouse or partner in business or relationship did something that you didn't like, and you had a harsh judgment on them, in that you broke off the partnership, or you asked for a separation, or you just removed yourself from the situation, and that might have been a harsh judgment. You have great inner strength, and you must use that strength to help people. You must use that strength to not punish, but to uplift persons, so that forgive and have compassion. You have the strength to take you through, and you must share that inner strength with others. God has given you that inner strength. He may not have given the others around you that same inner strength. So use it wisely, use it to help rather than to pass judgment. Use that action and that passion and that fire, that fixed inner strength that you have. Use it for good. Use it to not only open the lion's mouth and put your hand in, but also to calm the lion and to play with the lion and to have a relationship with that beast, that you view to be in your distant past. It may be that your strength needs to come through in the present so that you can have those new opportunities to move forward. The Nine of Pentacles points you to your beliefs and what you might think is the best outcome. The Nine of Earth tells you that you should enjoy life's little luxury. Spend quiet time alone, meditate. You would have success because you have done the work. Mercury is the card here, and Mercury comes up again in Virgo in its own home, and that mental agility is coming through a lot in these readings, and probably the wisdom too, the wisdom that is Jupiter, so that we have prosperity, wealth, financial stability. We are getting results, we have accomplishments and achievements, and we have that financial security. And if we have a business, that business is thriving, because this is all that is Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Earth. The animal that we look at in this reading here for the Nine of Pentacles is the white elephant, and the aquamarine is the crystal, which is the stone of the sea. So what are we thinking? What are we doing? We have a foundation that we can thrive on, and our belief is that we need to enjoy the little luxuries in life based on our hard work. And if that is your belief, then that is the best outcome that you can have for this week. The Two of It tells us in the immediate future we have to make a decision. We might be unwilling and want to blind ourselves to it and bring about a stalemate, but we have just gone through some energies that tells us we have the strength, we have the mental ability to make that decision. We have the foundation through the Nine of Pentacles that tells us, that our foundation will be stable. We can start anew. We can start a beginning that will help us move forward. Don't sit there and blind yourself to what is around you. You have passed the hurdles. You have passed the hurt and the fears and the obstacles. Face the issue and make a decision. And the Eight of Water, or the Eight of Cups, tells you just that. You have a desire to move on. You want to search for something more meaningful. So take that step. Take that step, because you have the foundation, you have the strength, you have the stability. The Eight of Cups, the card of the Eight of Cups is Jupiter, wisdom. That you have the wisdom to walk away. You have the wisdom to let go. You have had enough of the stalemate in your life. Do the self-analysis and understand that the deities this week, they're telling you, take that step to make a new beginning. You have the strength, you have the mental ability, you have all the energies that will take away that loneliness, that will fill that void, that will give you that completeness. So don't be exhausted. Don't let fatigue bring listlessness to you. Have that emotional maturity for healing, so that separation from whether your homeland or your siblings or your spouse or your business partner or children, whoever it is, let that separation mean something, because you are going to look for something more meaningful. You are seeking spiritual and emotional growth, and these are the factors that are affecting you. This is your self-perception. The Nine of Swords sitting in the external environment, where it is, the suggested approach that what are affecting you. It's not anything outside of your environment. It's you. It's you internally sitting there looking at the swords, and your self-perception is that you are hurt, you are pained, that you can't move on. But we've just gone through it, and we have gone through it more than once. You have the strength, you have the mental ability, you have the foundation to move forward. You are your own holding back your progress. You are sitting there, the swords are not on you, they are on the wall. They are all over, but they are not on you, they are not in you. So why are you holding back? Why do you feel overwhelmed? Do you feel that you can't cope? The external environment is not doing anything to you. Nobody is doing anything to you. You are doing it to yourself. Your deep unhappiness and your joyless life is beating yourself up, is all on you. It's you, nobody else. Move ahead. You have the wisdom, you have the strength, you have the foundation, and you have a new beginning and opportunities that may be coming up for you this week. Take yourself out of the rut and take that step forward. Seven of Cups tells us that our hopes and fears surround or is surrounded by that decision that we have to make. It's a complex decision, but we have the wisdom, we have the strength, we have the fire, we have the passion. Stop procrastinating. And this reading is really all about making a decision, starting a new beginning, or taking the opportunities that are in front of you this week to start a new beginning. You will not lose because you have the foundation, you have the resources, the Nine of Pentacles. And this reading is so aligned with self. Remember, I spoke about sun in Leo. It's all about self, your self-perception. The Nine of Swords told you that, it's all about you. You are holding yourself back because you are procrastinating. You are not being integrated into your beliefs and into your strength. Your emotional needs in this week may outweigh your physical strength. But understand that your emotional needs will take you to a new beginning once you take that step. Imagine the rewards for you. And just look at that. What is the final outcome for this reading? The final outcome is the Star. You have the Star, where happy times, you have optimistic long-term plans, you are on the right path. Once you take that right path, the rewards are there for you. You could be balanced. You have one foot in the water and one foot on the earth. The jugs there are sending out that water for it to be flowing. The emotion is flowing for you. The abundance is there. The sun is illuminating you. The birds are singing in the tree. Saturn is there telling you you have done the work. The element of air told you could have gone either which way. Which way did you choose? Did you choose the way to reach the stars, or did you choose the way to be emotionally configured to your present, where your fears are holding you back, where you are procrastinating, where you don't want to take that step, where the complex decision is that you need to do the research to understand what and where and how you have to go forward and meet and greet the new opportunities coming to you for this week. What is the decision that you are taking? And choices are always there, and I keep telling you all, the choice is always yours. And at the end of the day, these cards and the transit tells you, make that decision. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Everything is there for you, enabling your choice. And the card reading here told us, that fire, that is the action, the passion, Mars and Sun. Although Mars is there in his enemy's home in Virgo, Sun is giving you that illumination. Sun is in his own home and he's very strong, and is he very strong for you as the ascendant, or is he very strong for you as Lord of whichever bhava that you are concentrating on? The bhava that we are concentrating on this week is the third house. By making the right connections to get your ideas going, taking that steps to find out who and what is around you to help you and assist you to take that new opportunity and make that new decision. It tells you that you may have to go on short travels, for your ideas to kick into gear and to be activated. The dissipating third chakra tells you that your inspiration is to be aware of being imprisoned by the story you tell or your fantasies. Check yourself. Reality is here. Don't only fantasize, do. Don't only think about it and wonder what if. Take that step and do. So fire, the third house dissipating, it tells you again, make that decision, move on, get your ideas going. The eerie presence of this card in this reading for this week is really, I mean, it's a message. Matsya, the fish avatar, is that avatar from Lord Vishnu that warns us about flood, and that takes the first human to security and safety. And what has been happening in the world this week, in our own country this week? Floods, devastation, quick floods, flash floods, heavy rainfall, thunderstorms, hurricanes, tropical storms, depressions. And Matsya is here telling us, giving us a warning that the floods are here, the floods are coming, prepare yourself. Is it the floods in our emotions? And remember, a lot of the cards this week had emotions, cups, the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups, the new beginnings with emotions. At the end of the day, the deity here is to give us a warning, to give us a heads up as to what is coming. What are we going to be flooded with? You know, we are going to be flooded with new opportunities and choices. We are going to be flooded with emotional overload, where we have to take that decision. We cannot procrastinate. This deity is here this week for a reason. And keep it to the back of your mind when you are taking a decision or trying not to make a decision, that the floods are here, it's going to sweep you away anyway. Make that decision and move away from it. Take the step left or right to get out of its way, or take the step forward to always be ahead of it. Jupiter is telling you that the blessings are here for you this week. And we have gone through the reading showing you that this is the energy. The blessings of your hard work, the blessings of your forewarning, the blessings from your financial stability, the blessings from your courage, the blessings from your community and your siblings. This is what is there for you, that have created your present position of stability and foundational concrete or cement. You are cemented in your foundation. The wheel of fortune is there. You can go any which way. So make the decision that is positive for you, not negative. You know, that is you. You are the present. Remember, your challenges are the ace of air also, in that the new beginnings can go either way based on your decision from the wheel of fortune. So Jupiter is there to give you blessings, good fortune, and to tell you to learn or teach from your mistakes and from your past experiences, and let go of the baggage. Let go of the baggage and try not to incorporate it into your future decision. Learn from it. Let it teach you how to grow and expand, not to remain stagnant. We come back to the transit of the Graha to tie up the reading and to align it and wrap it up, as it were. And, you know, we spoke a lot about Mercury. Mercury with his communication, networking, friendship, messages from the god. Mercury is there in Hasta Nakshatra, the star of the golden hand or the hand. And Hasta Nakshatra tells you that what you have to do, you need to be dexterous. You put your hand on anything and it's going to work. You have the Midas touch probably this week. And through your speech, you can also have that. Mars is there giving you some support, but Mars is an enemy of Mercury. And Mars is in Uttara Falguni for the period in Virgo for the 9th to the 15th. And Moon is also there with your mental faculties, which we went through a lot in the reading this week. Mars is a bit weak, but Sun is in his own home sitting with the ascendant, right? And if it is that the ascendant here is in your first house, or whichever house. Sun is sitting there with the ascendant this week, and Sun is going to give you that energy and that illumination. The choice you make from the Wheel of Fortune will take the Sun either in a negative or positive. And remember, the Aura Lagna is all about your wealth. The Gati Lagna is all about how you use your authority for that resource or with that resource. So this is something that we have to look at. And remember, the Nine of Pentacles tells us that we have the resources, that the best outcome of our belief is that we want to enjoy the luxuries in life, so that we have the resources. And I want to draw your attention to something here. Saturn is sitting in Shravana, Neptune is sitting in Purva Bhadrapada, Bharani is sitting in, Uranus is sitting in Bharani. And you see all these P's that are there, those mean Pushkara for you, right? And those mean that these planets are getting an extra oomph in their placements for these weeks, because being a Pushkara nakshatra, it kinds of gives you an added boost. It enhances your ability and your significations. And Saturn here is retrograde. Neptune is also retrograde. Uranus is also retrograde. Pluto is sitting in Uttara Shada, which is Vargotama. And so that these four planets here, they have an added strength, an added blessing, giving you a chance to redo, or telling you, okay, I'm not going to take you in an obsessive way, or take you into more power. I'm going to give you a chance to understand where you are at, what your challenges will be, and then I will let loose my direct resources on you. So take a look at these planets and the Vargotama issues and the Pushkara placements for this week for you, and it tells you that blessings are here, wisdom is here for you to use, and the gods are giving you a chance to understand your strengths and your weaknesses before you take those opportunities to move forward. You know, God, his blessings through Jupiter is giving you that wisdom and that authority and that power and that greatness to expand and explore. So take the opportunity, take that step for this week, so that you can grow, you can develop, you can use your potential as God wants you to. As always, I thank God for his blessings to me, so that I can bring these messages to you. I thank him for his gifting me of the knowledge and the time and the resources that I can put together these videos for you to transfer my knowledge. I thank you once again for sticking with me. I ask that you share, you sign up, you subscribe. I pray that you will have a good week and that all blessings will be with you. Thank you, and see you next time. Goodbye.